Jeanne and Catherine, can you talk a little bit about how does research translation create the impact that we've been talking about in different areas?
So we're lucky enough at the University of Melbourne where they have different programs for us to participate in, which
Mhm.
help us to understand what it means to move research from in the university out into the public. And so we know, as John Dewey told us a long time ago, that the public exists when we gather around an issue. And so for us, the purpose of the research that we do and the issue that we're gathering around is this idea of positive climate action and how we respond to climate change.
Mhm.
And so bringing those ideas together and working in these different programs across our university, we've been able to learn what it means to bring it to the public. So we learned how to first articulate our purpose in very clear and succinct ways, and then create ways to engage with the public. So for us right now, one of the things that we're doing is we've taken all the innovative pedagogies that we've generated in our research and we've turned them into a speculative fiction children's television series. So, what happens if we use the practices that we're doing today? What does it look like 20 years from now? What does the earth look like 20 years from now? And so that's what Walking with Lily is based on. It's all of the ideas that came from our research, and then we wrote stories that imagined what this research would then have impact with. And making a children's television show has a lot of impact. Catherine, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, and I think for us, it was definitely such a new experience as academics. We're used to thinking about impact through articles or conference presentations, but making the TV show and collaborating across faculties and across disciplines has also been an opportunity to generate impact and I think gather around an idea, as Jean said, with different perspectives. So the way that we gather in education is not the same way that the business school gathers or the film and TV school gathers. So we've had this great opportunity to collaborate and think together from multiple perspectives, which I think has been really important. But we've also thought about this idea of the impact of non-traditional research outputs. So again, taking our ideas out of those academic journals that maybe sit behind a paywall that people don't often have the opportunity to engage with and taking them out into the public through the television program and to just I guess give them some more voice out in the wider community. So I think that's been a very exciting opportunity for us.
Yeah. And Lily, who's our main character, she brings together many, many years, over 10 plus years of research of how, or of pedagogies, of actions, of ways in which she has engaged. And in the series, she meets Billy, who is somebody who comes to her treehouse and she babysits him. And he comes in with his own experiences. And then Lily responds to him and then they travel in these photos that Lily has taken for many, many years. And they visit with Possum Pete, who's an ecologist. And so there's all these different ways in which we're trying to make visible the different relationships that you might have with your peers, with your friends, with the experts in your community, and then, of course, with place and with bees and with the flora and the fauna. And so it's been quite exciting to see it come into fruition, right? Is that a good way to
Yeah.
describe it? We first worked in the studio at the Victorian College of the Arts, and then we filmed on location in the bush on Wurundjeri country. So it was quite two of the hottest days that might have happened in Victoria last year.
Yeah. And I think just to kind of expand that idea a bit, is that the television program is not this idea of kind of a chalk and talk situation. It's not about telling people about environmental crisis. It's about So one of the key ideas with our with our research is that it's those co-participations and those relationships between children, teachers, and the community. So we built the script of the show to activate those ideas. And so in the show, you will see the characters practicing those things that we have been doing with children, teachers, and communities for 10 years. So, this idea that we're learning for TV is the show rather than tell situation. So, I think audiences for the show will really connect with the doing. It's something that then they could watch the show and then do themselves. So, in terms, I think, of translating research and then impact, that we're really hoping that it will have a big impact on potentially a really large audience.
Fantastic.